Hey friends, welcome to Project Homestead. Today I just finished a really delicious pickle recipe from Mary's Nest and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So it's a quick pickle and it's really good because I love dill pickles, and when I want a dill pickle, I want a dill pickle and I don't want to wait for the fermentation process, which is usually how I will make my dill pickles, is by fermenting them. As always, the birds are out talking about all the stuff they have to share. I just wanted to come out here and look at my garden. I just wanted to come and see if anything's sprouting up and how it's doing. As always, our ground cherries are doing well. A ground cherry fell off. You guys, that means it's ready, right? Oh, we're trying this. I want to open this up and see if this ground cherry, this is the smallest ground cherry. This is way, oh my gosh, look at it. Is that not the absolute cutest little ground cherry that you have ever seen? Oh my gosh, ignore my nails. They're stained from the pickle recipe from turmeric. I'm not gonna lie, part of me wants to give this to my children because I always want to give everything to them, you know? But I feel like I grew them, I get to try the first ground cherry, and I feel like it's only fair, right? It is, oh my gosh. That is exactly like a pineapple. What the heck? Oh my gosh, do I have any more? Oh my gosh, that was a burst of flavor. A couple of these look like they're about ready to fall off. Maybe some have fallen off in this plant over here. You guys, look. I did. There was more ground cherries. Look, there's one right here. They're so little. They're so, and one right here. They have more. I didn't think they'd fallen off. Another one just fell off. Okay, I'd come out here to give you guys an intro to my video because this video is about pickles. It's not about ground cherries, but we're definitely going to try these ground cherries in just a minute. And then we are going to get to our pickle recipe, which is from Mary's Nest. And that's all I'm going to say right now. Stay tuned because you're definitely going to want to see this recipe. Hamish.
Yeah.
Look at my hand. What do you think that is?
Is that gooseberry?
It's ground cherries.
Oh,
they're
can
red.
I have one?
Are you gonna try one with me?
Yes.
Open it the other way. That one doesn't look ripe to me. Try it though. It's supposed to be more yellow than that, I think.
Yellow?
Yeah, try that.
Really?
Tell me what it tastes like. Honestly. Bite it. Sour or sweet?
Ew.
Let me find you one, Hamish, so it's ready. Okay, here we go. Do you see? Wait, do you see how much more yellow this one is than the other one? Just bite it. It's right there. Try that one.
It's like a berry.
Like a berry. I know. It's like a pineapple, isn't it?
Yeah, it actually is kind of like.
So you got to make sure they're what? Bright what?
Bright yellow.
Yeah, because if it's like this, it's not ready yet.
Can I have another one?
Yeah, that wasn't ready.
Oh. Can we split this one?
Just a minute. Let's look at the big one. See if the big one. Oh no, the big one's not bright yellow. It's kind of green.
You're gross.
Yeah, it's not as good if it's like that. I'm gonna find another bright yellow one for me. Very last ground cherry, and we're gonna take it up to my daughter so she can try it because sharing is caring. What do you think this is?
A very giant booger. Earwax?
It's a tiny ground cherry.
I know.
Try it.
Tastes like corn.
Corn?
Yeah.
You didn't taste any pineapple in that. Pineapple corn even?
Corn, just corn. And maybe it's like a sweet tomato.
It's like a sweet tomato?
But mostly corn.
Tastes nothing like corn. Okay, it tastes like a sweet corn tomato to her. whatever that is. I'm going to head to the kitchen now, and we're going to make our quick pickles that I got off of Mary's Nest. So let's get going on that now. Found this vinegar here. It's actually for pickling, so with that. And of course you'll need cucumbers. These are the only ones that I could find. I could not find any of the smaller variety, which is what she recommends. You're gonna wanna cut off both of those ends of the cucumber. This also helps keep the cucumber crisp. I believe everything that Mary says, and so I went with it. I felt this cucumber and another one, and I felt like the end parts weren't super crisp, so I cut them off there. But don't worry, my family, we went ahead and ate them later as a snack, so they did get eaten. And then you're just going to want to chop your cucumbers up about this thin or thinner, depending on whatever you prefer. At this point, I remembered that I had forgotten to get myself a colander or a strainer, whatever you want to call it, and put the cucumbers into the strainer because you're going to be trying to get the liquid out of the cucumbers. So go ahead and then you just chop up the cucumbers and then keep adding them to the strainer.
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. Take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go. Way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow.
Mary said that you want to use 100% salt. I never knew salt had any sort of additive, so I checked the label on this, and this is 100% mineral salt, so that's what I went ahead and used. So you want to use 1/4 cup of the salt with your 4 pounds of chopped cucumbers. And then you want to mix them up and set them aside for an hour to let that liquid drain out of the cucumber.
Well, he met in the springtime, the sun sinking low. 2 star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow.
It's been about an hour now. You can see the cucumber is releasing its liquid right there. I'm going to go ahead and taste it for salt. I always taste everything for salt. Mary doesn't say to actually do this, but I have had too many times where I've oversalted things, and I just always taste now for salt. It's salty, but it's pickle salty, so it's good. All right, let's get on with the rest of it.
Where the loving was easy and the courting was brief. Well, they called her a beauty, they called him a thief. In the quiet of the evening, they'd steal away. Where the laughter would flow and the fiddle would play. Well, the folks called it wrong, but hell, it seemed alright. In the sun-painted picture, and the day turned to night. Come up on the hillside, we'll have a time. If you'll bring the kisses, honey, I'll bring the wine. Keep your heart guarded, or too soon it'll fall. When one walks back home, honey, only one knows it all. Well, she walked up the hillside on one day. Heart is a hunter, always knows of its prey. And her father's old pistol hanging loose by her side. when she aimed once, she never shot twice. Well, the air was so still, and the sky was so blue. Before she could see them, the laughter she knew. She heard 2 shots ring out down in the town. There was 3 on the hillside, but only one headed down.
So I just realized I was supposed to start this out by putting in a tea bag. And I forgot to do that. So let's take it all out, put our tea bag in, and we'll pick back up with the brine.
Just a baby, but I remember that day when I walked up the hillside, saw 2 mounds of clay. I'll always remember, and I'll never go back up the hillside where the new flowers grow. Back up the hillside where the new flowers grow.
Okay, now we've got our green tea bags in there and we are ready to continue with the brine. One thing that she put in the brine that I didn't is this liquid right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead right now and pour that in for flavor. And then we'll be back in a minute. I thought I had chili flakes and I couldn't find them anywhere, so I looked for quite a while and I gave up, but then I went back again and I actually found them. So I went ahead and I added the chili flakes in. The only thing in the recipe that I couldn't find was celery seed, and so this recipe isn't exactly like Mary's from Mary's Nest, but it's the closest that I could get. I kind of want to taste this brine just to kind of get an idea. She said add 2 tablespoons of sugar, and if you're not going to do the 3 cups of sugar, I know I don't want 3 cups of sugar because I don't like sweet pickles, and neither do my kids. But I might just breathe that in. I just breathed in the vinegar. That burned my lungs. But I might want to put in the 2 tablespoons or teaspoons. I have to go back and look. What is it? Optional. Or, yeah, okay, optional is 2 tablespoons. So, I'm just gonna taste this really quick. I think it's a nice base for a pickle, for sure. I am going to add the little bit of sugar. It's just plain sugar in there. And taste the brine then. I'm gonna have to boil this again because I'm pretty sure that I need the sugar to be dissolved, but it's not gonna take very long to dissolve. 2 teaspoons of sugar. Let's taste that again. It's definitely good. Let me go ahead and do 2 tablespoons. Let's try this again. I love the color of the brine. That went down the wrong tube. Don't breathe in the vinegar and don't let it go down the wrong tube because both of those are very unpleasant. You heard it here. Time for the brine. Oh my gosh. I'm having trouble today. And that turmeric stained my counter. Yes, it did. You see that? The turmeric stained my counter. These are the worst counters. I do not know what they're made of, but they stain. This is an old stain here, you can see. My counters are clean, but it's an old stain, so fun. Right, let's try to do this again, but not get the rest of the counter stained. So we're just going to ladle it in now. I tried to be quick. I tried to be fancy. It backfired. I learned my lesson. We're just gonna go in 1/2 cup at a time. All right. I'm going to let these cool down now. And then I'm going to put apple cider vinegar. You can see at the bottom, it has the mother. So I'm gonna top this off as soon as it's cooled down because we don't wanna kill the mother. That sounds funny. We don't wanna kill the mother in here, so we're going to let this cool down completely. Then we'll come back and we'll top it with apple cider vinegar. I got turmeric on my shirt. This is why I need an apron. If you want to see how to do this recipe without all of the hiccups, then head over to Mary's channel where she can show you how to do this like a professional and not stain her counters and her shirt and not breathe in the fumes or swallow them in the wrong tube. Head over to her channel. I'll put it right here and the link will be down below so you can go ahead and click on it and see all of her wonderful videos. I'm gonna take the rest of this brine and I'm gonna freeze it because it's a really good brine. I don't know if you can freeze brine, I'll have to Google that, but why waste it? Okay, so now it is time to top off the pickles with some apple cider vinegar. So I took 1/4 cup of the apple cider vinegar with the mother and I poured it in on the top and then I mixed it through just to make sure that it kind of incorporated all the way through. So hopefully as it sits in my refrigerator, it can gain more good gut bacteria and become more fermented because that would just be such a cool thing to be able to have a quick ferment like that. Our pickles are ready. These pickles are, I can tell these pickles are gonna get better as time goes on because they don't taste like dill quite yet, like super strong, but let's give them a taste. We'll both taste them. Give me your honest opinion, what you think of them. Would you eat these pickles?
I think that's because there used to be a cucumber, or it has like kind of like a bite.
That is so good! No, I can't use them. Now I'm regretting not making a whole bunch of jars because I love them. And I can tell you love them, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna run out in a few hours from now.
They're gonna run out in a few hours from now. You leave these. I want to see what they taste like in a couple days. Ow, you almost bit me. So these are amazing. Go check out her channel. If you love sweet pickles, put the whole 3 cups in. I don't love sweet pickles. He doesn't love sweet pickles. My daughter doesn't love sweet pickles. My husband doesn't love, none of us like sweet pickles. So, but having said that, the little tiny bit of sugar that I did add in, was perfect. Perfect. It does not taste sweet. It does not taste weird. It tastes amazing. Thank you, Mary. I love your pickles. I absolutely love your pickles. And the idea of the apple cider vinegar was so brilliant to me because that adds in the good little bugs for your gut. And I love that, love that, love that. I am totally here for that. I want to say really quickly, if you're worried about the flavor of the apple cider vinegar, could not tell at all. Like not at all. It tastes amazing, just like pickles. I want to point out the color of the pickles because that looks like pickle juice. Come on now. That for some reason makes it so much better. Can you see that? I love it. I am so excited about this recipe because I love dill pickles. My son loves dill pickles. My daughter loves dill pickles. And my husband, I think he likes them, but I don't know if he loves them. Ooh, he'd love these on a hamburger. I'm gonna try that when he gets home. I love dill pickles like I was saying, and I don't wanna run to the store and get the ones that have all the nasty chemicals and stuff in them. This is a fresh, clean, gut-loving, quick pickle. And I couldn't be more grateful to Mary for teaching us this skill on her channel and allowing me to make it for my family. So this is definitely going to be a family favorite. I will make this all the time. I'm gonna call them Mary's Quick Pickles. If you ever hear me on my channel calling them Mary's Quick Pickles, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, Macy. Time. Look at the juice. It looks like pickle juice.
Yeah.
Stay in the video.
I like it.
Did you have them on a hamburger? Yeah. Would you have them on a Subway? All right, guys. That's it for this video.
Mom, what if you got the
Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining my video and spending your time with me. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you like this video if you like me doing videos from other YouTubers and trying out their different recipes, their different techniques, all the things they're doing in the kitchen so we can try to make a more traditional kitchen with all the yummy food. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you want to learn along the way with me about preserving in all the different ways, whether it be fermenting, water bath canning, pressure canning, freeze drying, dehydrating, and all the other ways that I don't even know about. Also, if you want to learn to garden along the way with me and see my whole journey on the way to getting my dream home with dreamland, that I can make a dream garden and have dream chickens and live more simply. If any of that appeals to you, then please consider subscribing. I would love to have you along for the journey because you are a potential good friend. All right, guys, until next time, bye.
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell.
When I'm a grown-up, I'm going to be watching your videos all the time. Because I want to know every single thing you have been doing. Because I want to be doing those things when I'm an adult, so I don't have to go buy my own my food when I get married. So I can just be sad because you are my mom.
Yeah, I am.
And you have inspired me to go and do these things.
Hamish.
I would have never thought or get on these things if it wasn't for you.
You're saying so many lovely things to me, Hamish. You know what? I'm gonna teach you these things along the way, buddy. You don't have to watch all of my videos, but if you need to refer to a video, then you can. But I'm gonna be teaching you all this stuff because you're like my favorite boy in the whole world.